Do you think a Bitcoin bear market has started? What about a crypto bear market, right? Everything looks so bearish right now. Even the Nasdaq is dropping and the SP 500 dropping. Well, what I want to tell you is, first of all, SP 500, the US stocks are not having a bear market, not right now anyway, because they're still like within 1% of the all-time high, even though it's pulling back a little today. But look at this, right? So Bitcoin, I have to say, is looking a little bit weak, and I want to put this in context, right? I mean, the previous low, this is a different chart, but the previous low was like 101K. That's when we crashed down to. And then we had this higher bottom, right? 103.5 and now 106K. But the problem is this, right? This chart, I've shown you guys before. I've shown it in Discord, but it's so important. I'm going to show it here again. Whenever gold tops, right? This was August 2020. Bitcoin went on a massive run. When gold tops, right? Bitcoin runs. When gold tops, Bitcoin runs. When gold runs, Bitcoin tops. When gold runs, Bitcoin tops. And we're here. This is August, right? Gold runs, Bitcoin tops. And what happens when gold tops, right? This was $4,380 gold. Well, gold has topped, right? Gold has topped. And let me just show you guys this chart. Right, I'm sure you have been, a lot of you have been following it as well. I cannot stress this enough. Gold's already trying to pull a bottoming tail here, right? It's already trying to do that. But look, even if this is a bottoming tail, in the next 3 hours, the gold market closes, more like 1.5 hours, right? Closes. Even if this is a bottoming tail, I don't think we go straight up. I think we still do something like this, right? We could bounce to as low as 3,870, 60-ish area. Why? Because of this channel. You can see the bottom of the channel is here, and you can see the top of the channel is this one here, right? So we could get there. Even if we don't, even if we just go sideways, as I've shown you guys before in a chart like this, that means, right, even when it just goes sideways, that means Bitcoin takes off. When it goes sideways, Bitcoin takes off, right? It's so simple. It's basically just that there's Bitcoin's digital gold. When gold pumps first, then gold stops, then digital gold pumps. It's pretty simple. Now today we're going to have also a look at Ethereum as well, and also at a small altcoin that's actually making all-time highs right now as we speak. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? It's something that Pablo has spoken to about a lot before, but right now it's basically having a crazy run. Even though the market is looking so down, it's still having a crazy run now. We're going to talk about that as well. So here, look, what's familiar about this Bitcoin drop? What is familiar about this Bitcoin drop? I have been comparing this Bitcoin drop to the May 2021 drop, right? Okay, so basically what happened in May 2021 was something like this. We had a chart pattern like this. Keep this in mind and look how similar the chart of May 2021 was. I'll probably put it on the Bitcoin chart, right? I've been speaking a lot about finding the range and how Bitcoin is basically just going to bounce between this range. Okay, so here is the May 2021 drop. Here. Right, look how similar this is. This was a big liquidity flush down as well, caused by Binance. And then we basically go bounce. Here's the range, right? Because that's the range of the drop, trading range of the day of the crash. We go up, then down, up, down, pinball machine. I call it a pinball machine. Like, just goes ding, 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 right? Takes out the low and makes everyone panics. Takes out the low, right? And then also goes to the highs and makes everyone go long, go euphoric. And then they keep on chopping inside, and then finally break through. In fact, I drew this red line here, connecting most of the highs, connecting the lows here, and we have what's called a falling wedge. And it'll pierce the low a couple of times, making people panic, and then up we go. So that's roughly what I think is going to happen. Right? Let's see if this plays out or not. Something like a dip like this to 100K, maybe even 99K, right? People 99K, people panic, boom, and then up we go. The last time this played out, the bounces here were something like it took like 7 or 8 weeks before it finally bottomed and started taking off. So that since the crash happened on 10th of October, then that would take us to something like end of November, early December for the bounce up. I know it's a long time, but that's what happens every time after we have a big flush out. So basically, prices tend to go sideways. And let's have a look at Ethereum as well. For ETH, basically, something very interesting is happening on ETH as well. Well, when I say interesting, I mean we should really be careful. But before we get on to all that, first let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo Heman use? Well, Pablo uses exchange that's non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. So that means the IRS can't see you, right? The exchange itself can't even see you. IRS, the tax office, FBI, CIA, nobody can see you, right? Total privacy. And that's why I made this deal with them. Pablo Heman exclusive campaign just on the Pablo link went up to $6,000 plus 2 ETH. However much ETH is going to be worth by then. Okay, so we can see you can get 20% deposit bonus, right? Just by depositing $100, get $20 just by doing some light trading, like 4K of trading, right? Deposit $500, get 20%, which is $100 as well, doing some light trading. Same thing, deposit $1,000, get $200, right? This deal is only available, right, on the Pablo Heman link, and limited time only, finishes on the 4th of November. 4th of November. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, that's okay. Just click on the description below. The link is in the description below. But if you're watching on any other platform, such as this one, that's okay. Just click on my profile page, and there's my link tree or Stan link. We click on that, and it should be the first deal that pops up because this is a great deal. Okay, folks, let's get back to the markets. And remember, this deal is only available on the Pablo Heman link, only on the Pablo link. Okay, so this is the situation with ETH. And ETH is king of the alts, so we really need to be careful. Now, what I don't like about this chart is this crash that happened 2 weeks ago basically took us through this major support that has held since April, since the bottom of the Trump tariff tantrums, right? We came up here and then boom, we broke it. Now, that's not exactly terrible. We can still recover from this because we've had these steep trend lines meant to be broken, and then they create a more shallower trend line, right? A more flatter trend line, supporting trend line, and that's okay. Usually that's okay. So some folks might interpret this as, say, we go higher low, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then as long as we avoid this area, we keep on making a higher high and then higher low, and then we're fine. Technically, that's still okay. And in fact, you could even argue this bull flag still holds. Or even some people might say, well, look, this was the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So as long as we avoid this area, which is 2,000, then we can keep going up. But look, I think that's a bit extreme. I think the higher low is here, 3,362. I think we need to stay above there and keep going. One area that I think we should get tested on is this. So let me just put it on a weekly chart so we can see it better. This was the bottom in Ethereum, the bottom at $800 in 2022. Look at how many times, right, this has provided significant support for ETH, except this breakdown here. Then we reclaimed it, and now we're about to retest it again. And I do think we retested it. This is around 3,580. 3,580, boom, right? See the red line? That's supported ETH all this time. 3,580, I think we bounce off that. And the blue line is also at 3,580. So there's a confluence of support levels. The blue line is what? The blue line of 3,580 was this top here, and provided a bottom support for Ethereum as well. So this is a pretty significant level, 3,580. Bounce off here, and I think up we go.